Hello guys, it's Mystery Mitri, coming back to you with another Pokemon-related video. Today I'll be covering FireRed and LeafGreen version coming to the Switch. They are on digital download for the eShop for $19.99 a piece. There's English, French, and Spanish versions. I think I saw there was a German version somewhere, but I'm not sure on which eShop it was. And I don't know if the Japanese eShop has the Japanese version, but I would not put it past them to put it on the Japanese one. I just don't have a Japanese eShop account or anything like that, so I can't really tell you anything about that. But I do want to let you know, as far as the US eShop goes, they said they're estimating to release it February 27, 2026. It's going to be $19.99 for either FireRed or LeafGreen. And I think for me personally, I prefer some FireRed exclusives. I'm definitely going to be getting it. I know that $20 seems like, possible greed depending on who you ask. From, the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, and whoever else is in charge, Nintendo, I guess. And I just wanted to say that, while I don't necessarily disagree, I'm just so happy that we're finally getting them back on the Switch now, because, this gives me hope for possibly other games coming in the future. Maybe we'll see some DS digital downloads for DS games on the Switch 2. I currently don't have a Switch 2, unfortunately. I'm trying to save up for one, but it's really tough. So I've been playing on Switch 1 and stuff. Obviously, you can see that it says here, set off on a grand adventure to become the next Pokemon League champion, now on Nintendo Switch, to celebrate 30 years of Pokemon. So they're doing this for the anniversary, obviously, with this Nintendo Switch version of Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green, depending on which one you're going to get. Game originally released on the Game Boy Advance system. Explore the Kanto region, discover wild Pokemon around every corner, and aim to complete your Pokedex as you battle your way to success. Earn badges as you develop winning strategies to use against each experienced gym leader, and uncover amazing secrets in your quest to be the best trainer. It says this digital exclusive contains the Sevi Islands, where even more Pokemon await. You can even visit the Pokemon Wireless Club to trade, battle, and chat with other players via local wireless. So it looks like, unfortunately, online play will not be supported, and it will be played the way that it was intended to on the GBA consoles, but what can you do? And then this says, this is for this specifically for the English version of the game here, says, this pre-order product, see below for more information. You see it supports English, it has supported play modes, looks like you can have it docked, you can have it be with Joy-Cons, and you can have it be with, I think that means like the console itself, like handheld mode or like Switch Lite or whatever. I'm not really sure what that graphic means. Obviously, required space estimated 40 megabytes. Number of players 1 player. Number of players local wireless 2 to 5. And save data cloud backup is not supported. And the supported platform is Nintendo Switch. I'm assuming that also means it's going to be able to be playable on Switch 2, which I don't see why it wouldn't be. Well, what can you do? And it says, of course, genres are RPG. And it's asking about storage and stuff and a bunch of all the other stuff. Oh, they have an epilepsy warning as well. It says if you have epilepsy or have had seizures or unusual reactions to flashing lights or patterns, consult a doctor before playing video games. And obviously you've got the everyone 10 plus rating. It says mild fantasy violence and simulated gambling, which simulated gambling suggests they're not going to get rid of the game corners here, which is good to hear, because I didn't really like that when that was a Gen 4 thing. But I also wanted to touch base on some other, like, Gen 1 remake things regarding FireRed. Obviously, we're going to have a couple of things that we're not going to do. There's some breeding. There's some, it's intended to be the same way that it's... But I'm excited. I don't know if I'm going to get one or both. I don't know if I'm going to spend $40 on 2 different versions again, because I always do get the different versions. But at the same time, it's like, why do I even bother? Plus, I think I like the FireRed exclusives a little bit more anyways. Although, I don't know how many people are going to be playing FireRed, because, we've got the Pokemon Presents in about a week or so. Actually, I think less than a week now. And then we're going to get this. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order this or if I'm just going to go ahead and buy it now. Or whatever, but I don't know what I'm going to do. Real quick, I just wanted to touch on this. They did say that FireRed and LeafGreen will be operating the same way that they intended to on the Game Boy Advance. There will be no online play, and there will be Pokemon Home connectivity. There's also local wireless and stuff like that. I don't know what's going to happen with the trades. I guess people with multiple consoles, like one Switch 1 and one Switch 2, will be trading between the 2 different ones for trade evolutions. I don't really know what I'm going to do about that, because I only have one Switch 1, and I don't have Switch 2 yet, so I don't know what's going to happen there. And obviously, since online play is not supported, I'm not going to be able to trade with anybody online, which kind of sucks. What I might just do is I might just transfer some Kanto mons from Pokemon Home into FireRed and LeafGreen, if even possible. I don't think you would be able to. I think you can transfer them out of FireRed LeafGreen. I have no idea how they're going to do that, but they're going to do something for sure. But anyway, I wanted to say that, and also I wanted to say as well that the trainer tower trainers will be the same. You'll still see that shiny Espeon. I'm pretty sure once you get there from that NPC that everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's programmed in there. I don't know how they got that in there," and stuff like that, or something like that. Whatever. And also this lovely gem with the Nugget Bridge glitch, which I'll just I'll leave some footage if I was playing earlier. Um, and I had this actually. I decided to set up a recording and be like, yeah, I've got FireRed. I can record some footage and get that all sorted. Anyway, here is that real quick while I'm just talking over. And thank you guys for watching the video. And as always, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. I've got a video coming up. It's probably going to be a few more weeks before I can get it released. And hopefully it'll get it sorted out. I just need to, dedicate some time to it, and then we'll be all set. Anyway, like I said, I'll see you in the next one, and as always, stay safe.